What do I look for from a bridging lender? Is consistency, transparency, being able to deliver on the promises that they're actually giving to myself and the client, and actually fulfilling those promises.
Bridging finance is obviously an important part of any tool that commercial people will want to use. We've got a problem at the moment with the clearing banks not necessarily wanting to play ball on what appears to be a risky area of the market, because you've got closed bridging and open bridging. I would suggest that anyone will need a good bridger in their back pocket, or a good broker to provide them a good bridger in their back pocket.
As far as a bridging lender is concerned, what we look for is certainty that the bridger will be able to complete the transaction, speed of response, certainty that it's one of the best deals possible to get in the time frame that we have.
We work with so many bridging lenders and they're all good for different reasons, but there are so many ways a deal can fall over, you literally can't make them up. For one example that really springs to mind, we're working with one of the more competitive lenders in the market who would be very honest, and they say they're looking for the near prime customer, and everything was going seemingly well. And the lender realised there's a very, very small restriction which was lodged at the land registry on the property. It was £5,000, the property was worth 600, and they wouldn't do the deal. So it was looking for another lender, and Fincorp actually came in and said, look, a £5,000 restriction is not an issue for us. We're only lending 50% loan to value. We've got loads of headroom. We're very keen to do this deal. Our job is to lend. We make money when we're lending, and this is a great deal for us. So it's just surprising in that instance how other lenders didn't want to do the deal over something that is very small and doesn't affect, for me, it shouldn't affect whether a lender wants to do the deal or not.
Obviously, talking about bridging, you've got headline rates, you've got fees. There are a number of areas that need to be considered. I think it's an overall package. If you've got a bridging that is only for 3 months, a lender that doesn't necessarily have an upfront fee that may have a slightly higher margin is going to be a better bet than someone who appears to be cheaper on margin but has got a chunky fee to start with. So you've got to know the deal. You've got to obviously get a true answer from your client as to how long they really expect this money. And obviously people say, oh, only 2 or 3 months, and you've got to say, look, you're talking to me, you're not talking to the bank. How long really do you think you're going to take this to do this project? Because if it's going to run to 6-9 months, maybe the lower margin, the higher fee is better. There's a crossover point, and so it's important to analyse both those aspects before making a final recommendation as to who you should go to.
To me, Fincorp's offering is different to other providers at the moment because there is no fee. It may appear that their headline rate is slightly more expensive than other lenders, but when you take into account the overall interest rate and the hidden costs, the in costs, the out costs, the jargon, the confusion, I think their offering is extremely simplistic and easy to understand. It may not suit every scenario, but it certainly helps take the confusion out of the bridging market, which is becoming more and more available to clients and more a necessity given the complication and the regulation that is in our industry at the moment in time. It's certainly something the FCA are going to look at going forward for bridgers who have a pricing structure, so well worth bearing in mind when you're putting a solution to your client.